Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everyone that this podcast contains two pissed-up gays with their opinions, rants and raves in life and overall explicit content, which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines.
Oh, confession. First time I've actually had some wine on this podcast in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What a confession.
Yeah.
We've been recording it sober.
And maybe that's why I'm finding it so hard to drink.
Oh no, you're acting like this is the wine that Satan blessed you with, and it's not.
This is certainly not the wine that Jesus turned from water.
It's not that, but it is the wine that we gave our guests at the live pod. So let's not be too hasty.
Maybe it's not too far from Satan.
Yeah, it's fantastic, everyone. It was that beautiful wine that we all we paid for.
Only the best for our listeners.
Yeah. Yes. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Slightly over Pride, and I'm slowly feeling normal again after what felt like I hiked a mountain.
I don't know. I know this is only my second year walking here, and I wore slightly more sensible shoes this year, but still a slog.
Well, yeah, I wore those flat boots.
You
but
did.
It fucking hurt still
Because they were new.
Well, yeah, but also they just wasn't. They're not designed for comfort.
But they were fabulous.
They were, but I'm fucking in pain at the end of the night. Well, yeah. What was your favourite part of Pride? I feel like this is a welcome, but we did a pre-Pride, but we've not actually done an episode since Pride.
That's true.
So how was it? What was it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun again this year. It's always nice to march in the parade, get to see loads of people, have everyone cheering you. Also, it's just nice to dance down the street.
Is that what you call it? That's called medics.
I know I haven't quite got the moves that Donald Trump does.
All the furries.
Of jerking off two men.
The furries. We've got to talk about the furries.
Oh, we did, yeah.
You know, I fucking love the furries. Yeah. And I actually went up and told them I love them.
I had a conversation with one.
A fucking conversation with a dog.
Well, I actually handed them a QR code, but I had to hold it up because obviously the mask couldn't see. He couldn't see the thing in my hand.
He would break character to subscribe to our podcast, would he?
He probably thought I was handing him drugs or something.
Well, anything can happen at Pride, can't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Talking of dogs, I've got to just talk about that fucking dog we were just watching before we started.
Oh my god, fantastic!
That is the best. Britain's Got Talent. Wendy, the dog was called Wendy. I can't. I'm going to watch it again when we start.
I mean, it was a few years ago, but it's the first time I've seen it.
No, it is the best thing. It is the best act I've ever seen on any talent show, full stop. And that was 2015, and it's fucking brilliant.
Mark Matrowell and
Wendy.
Wendy.
But no one cares about him. They
Princess Wendy.
Yeah, I fucking love that dog. Should get her on a pod, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
No.
Probably more done having than I have sometimes.
And me. I just snorted. How embarrassing. Thank God it's not a live episode. I mean, what is this? It's 10:10, and we are recording this late just because the England game has just finished.
Indeed.
We are now into the finals.
The boys are through.
They are, and I had money on both teams.
You did,
didn't I?
you did.
So
yeah.
no matter what happened tonight, I was going through to the final. Although it's obviously good that it's England.
Although the only time you were playing both sides.
Well, I've played both sides. Played both sides a few times. Not for a few years.
Not for a few years.
I'll take some pills after.
Not for a few years.
After that reminder. Hold on 1 second.
But yeah, we did
I
make
feel like every episode I go do the talking while I pop some headache tablets. People are going to think I've got problems.
Just wash it down with your red wine.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. It's been a long time since I've taken some codeine with some red wine. Don't condone that, by the way. I've just got a really
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I just have a very bad headache. It's all these fucking neon signs.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Really fucking... But anyway, football. Back to football. Can we just talk about my obsession with Harry Kane? I'm obsessed with Harry Kane.
I don't get it.
Neither does... Who was I telling about it? Who was we out with?
I think it was Rose.
Yes, Rose. I was talking about it with Rose, and she said that she don't get it either. Well, I think he's so sexy.
Okay.
Everyone looks at me like I'm fucking weird.
I think I burst your bubble when I said he had the Joe Biden about him. The way he was looking a bit gormless.
Like Joe Biden.
No, but he was stood there on the pitch at the Switzerland game, just looking a bit... What am I doing here?
He just fucking scored in the semis.
Yeah,
Don't fucking bash Harry Kane.
About time you did.
Anyway, I think he's hot. Okay. And I don't know what it is about him, but We all have our guilty crushes, I
We
suppose.
all have our guilty crushes. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So this, I want to bring this up because this happened, I don't know when it happened. It's happened recently, but not in the last week. And we've not recorded. This probably should go in the news segment, but I've not put it in the news segment. I want to talk about the woman being railed in Wandsworth Prison.
It would be wrong for us not to talk about it.
She, like, that fucking video. Oh, I've got a spot on my nose. Oh, God. What are you doing? God, amateur podcast host.
Sorry.
I want to talk about the woman that was railed in Wandsworth. Now, I've seen the video. She went to town with that prisoner. And she had her fucking wedding ring on as well.
I mean, she was an OnlyFans girl.
She's fucking slut, that's what she is.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing I took from that video as well is the fact, yes, she was in public office, she abused her power, but there was a phone in that prison.
I know.
So I'm just like, yeah, but nowadays there's Xboxes, there's fucking phones.
I think phones, although they're still prohibited, they do.
They do. They like burner phones, don't they? They have them in. Not that I know. I've never been. Well, I've been inside. I've not been in pen. Oh, I have been. It's like a fucking load of euphemisms. I've not been in prison.
You've not been in prison,
but I have been tied up and bound.
Lucky you.
There's no way we can gloss. There's no way we can gloss around this about there being some kind of euphemism. But anyway, she's obviously lost her job. She's been arrested.
Yeah, facing a prison sentence, right?
I assume so. She's been charged with abuse of power in public office.
Yes.
So her name is Linda D'Souza Aubrey. I think that's correct.
Okay.
Fact check me because I've been googling the shit out of this woman since it happened. It's public knowledge, so.
It is shocking.
What a slut.
Yeah.
I reckon that this was all for content, and I reckon she was like, I'll take the arrest, I'll take the prison sentence. I'm a content creator, and I love creating adult content. This is gonna go viral. This is literally just like, I think this goes down with, like the pizza guy delivery kind of role play.
Right. The
sexy guard role play kind of thing, even though she's not fucking sexy in my opinion.
But also in that role play, isn't it the guard who's meant to be dominating the prisoner? I thought that was the general idea of that fantasy.
Well, I mean, she sat on him and rode him like she was dominating him. So. Have you seen the full video?
No, I've only seen her getting it from behind.
She looks very submissive in the beginning, but then they take it to the... fucking hell. They take it to the corner of the prison room, and then she starts sitting on him, and let's just say that she goes to town.
And in our next episode, we're going to do a full breakdown, minute by minute, of that video. So.
A reaction
video.
Yeah. Anyway, what slut?
Absolute slut.
We should put her in the slutty confessions part.
There's more. There's not enough. There's not enough repenting that will save her. To be honest. Oh, that was nasty.
I mean, it went fucking viral.
That was nasty.
The fact that there was some clips of it going around, but then on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, obviously that's just a grot bag of social media now. There's the full 4-minute video, and you see the whole lot. And I just should have put it in the news, but it's not in the running order of the news, but I feel like it deserved a mention.
It deserved a mention.
Anyway, moving on to news.
Yeah.
Let's start with Kanye West.
Maybe he is again.
Oh yeah, the gift that keeps on giving on this podcast.
Last time we spoke about him, he was showing his ass crack
in Italy, getting a blowjob on a boat.
Yes.
Right. Well, so he's hit a new high of controversy this week. He's been pictured being very incognito in Beverly Hills after announcing his retirement from music this week. That's not the scandalous part of where Kanye West and what he's been up to this week.
Right.
Obviously there's two things that Kanye West has been up to this week. One, he's been accused of sliding into the DMs of a young girl.
Yeah. Who
has posted... To be fair, like, I've read these DMs and yes, he's married and yes, it is inappropriate, but all he said in these DMs were... Hi, are you based in LA? She goes, yes, I am. And he goes, do you want to hang out sometime and listen to the new record?
Okay. How young are we talking?
Oh, she's young. Like, when I say young, it's not too young. I'm not saying illegal. No, she's like in her 20s.
Fine.
But I hardly think
it's still...
Yeah, he slid into her DMs, but they class this as cheating. Whether that is or not, maybe not just yet, but it's heading in that direction. Fair enough, anyway, that's not the kicker this week. The kicker is him and his wife has been named in a bombshell lawsuit accusing Kanye West and his new wife of sending porn to staff members, including minors at Yeezy. Bianca, is that her name? Bianca Sensori, I think that is. She's been accused of sending explicit porn, graphic hardcore porn, to members of Yeezy.
Was it a prison officer getting veiled?
Probably. Or a slut and a rapper on a boat. It could be either one, couldn't it?
I don't know what is going on with... I mean, I don't know his wife. I'm not familiar with her. I know he married after Kim. But I don't know, honestly, what is...
trash, though, this new wife. She's fucking
Is
trash.
he the one... Is she the one who they said he was, like, he's controlling and...
Oh, he's... Come on, have you seen the photos? He's definitely controlling her.
Yeah,
There's no fucking doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I don't... She's a slut in my eyes. Like, the things that she wears, I don't like what she stands for, but then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he's forcing her to do it.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
But anyway, nevertheless, both of you sending porn to people at Yeezy is probably not the best PR move.
Imagine your...
Don't mention me in this.
Company director sending something...
I'm not sending porn to anyone. I've got safe search on my phone.
Imagine your company director sending that around to everyone in the office. It'd be fucking ridiculous. Unreal.
Oh, look, I'm the amateur podcast host now. I've got messages coming through my phone left, right and centre. Anyway, moving on. Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis has been pictured looking in great spirits as they film Freaky Friday 2.
Ooh, okay.
Ahead of its 2025 release. Have you seen the first one?
I haven't, no,
it's
I haven't.
Incredible. It is iconic. And it was released in 2003.
Wow.
So we're talking 22 years. And if you haven't seen it, why the fuck haven't you seen it? It's incredible.
Okay.
And it's Lindsay Lohan at her best. It's incredible.
Okay.
It's absolutely incredible. So I would fully recommend. It's great.
And I don't know if this is interrupting other news stories. Isn't there another sequel upcoming?
What's the other sequel?
There's talks about a sequel to The Devil Wears Prada as well.
Oh, I don't know. That's not in the news. But
oh, okay. I've seen lots of talk.
The floor is yours.
I've seen lots of talk that Meryl Streep and the girl who plays...
Meryl who?
Meryl Streep.
Who?
Streep. Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Anyway, Meryl Streep and is that
look at the way you say it so quick. Meryl Streep.
Anne Hathaway. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think I've even seen it.
Really?
This sounds really awful, doesn't it? As a gay, especially as a gay that's into fashion. I've never seen Devil Wears Prada.
Okay. But yeah, apparently there's talk about there being a sequel to that as well.
Well,
So yeah, they're all coming back.
Just keep our eyes peeled for that.
The gay box office will be melting down over the summer.
Exactly. Nicki Minaj fans in Dublin have demanded a refund this week and have dubbed the concert a disgrace after the star arrived 90 minutes late, had multiple costume changes and performed for only 1 hour long.
After the last time we talked about it.
I was going to say, this has been a bit of a disaster tour, hasn't it?
A
bit of a disaster tour from Nicki Minaj. I can't say I'm surprised, to be honest. Like,
she's a bit of a wrecking ball.
She was arrested in, was it Amsterdam?
That's right, yeah.
Cancelled the Manchester show. And now has pissed off everyone in Dublin.
Yeah.
So I just think don't bother with her anymore. Fuck it.
She's almost as bad as Lauren Hill.
Don't get started. All I've got to say is Beyonce wouldn't do this.
There we go. Bit of respect for your fans. Yeah, exactly.
Well, but the fact that she's not actually addressed this either, but she has not publicly, can't get my words out, she's not publicly acknowledged it. However, she did post a story on her Instagram, which was a meme of Chucky the doll reading a book which said, Nicki Minaj's Guide to Pissing People Off. So I don't think she's that fussed, to be honest.
I mean, she's probably got enough money to not worry about who pissed off fans. And it probably wouldn't be out of her pocket anyway, would it? Wouldn't it be the venue?
I want to imagine her team would have to pay. It wouldn't be the venue's fault, would it?
No.
If there was, I suppose, a safety issue at the venue, then maybe. But
yeah, potentially, yeah.
She's the one that performed, like, arrived late and then only did an hour with 15-minute costume change. All that money.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has hit the headlines again this
Yeah,
week. Now, we
there she
know,
is.
being two gays that do a pissed up podcast, we love Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
We do. Yeah.
But she has been ripping tourists to shreds this week over tourists and fans of Gypsy Rose Blanchard doing some sightseeing in Missouri.
Okay.
People keep stopping by the house that... oh my God, listen to my phone.
Popping off.
So fans have been visiting the house where she killed her mother Dee Dee, and Gypsy Rose is not one bit happy about it.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't have killed your mother, love.
Well, this is it. This is what I was about to say. So she has come out this week and said that people have got no respect or decency, adding that a tragedy happened on the property. Honey, there's a difference between a tragedy happening at home and you murdering your parents in cold blood. Now, if you don't want people to visit the house, A, don't kill your mum in the first place. B, don't do a Lifetime documentary about it and tell the whole world about it and interviews galore. You're literally doing a show at the moment called Life After Lockup. People are interested.
Yeah, of course.
People are interested, hon. So, I can't help but think that she doesn't really have a right to be pissed off on this one.
And she's been absolutely slagging off her 5-minute husband, hasn't she?
They've split up now, though, haven't they?
They split up, but I think she's still absolutely trashing him, like all over the media, isn't she? I don't know what exactly has been said, but I seem to remember seeing a video, maybe a TikTok or something, of the husband like coming back at her, not actually, in a slightly more dignified and not quite as bitchy way.
I can't help but think, though, in this whole situation, that this was never going to fucking work.
No, it was never going to work.
This husband, it was never, ever going to work.
She came out, she wanted to be an absolute massive celebrity, and, I mean, not that I'm a fucking oil painting, but Jesus.
Wow. I still love it, though. This one is not celeb news, but it's one that I found fucking hilarious this week. So, a man in the US has caused outrage in a restaurant by buying a woman a drink with the orifice of choice not being her mouth. So this dude got somehow blackout drunk and bought this girl a drink, and I don't know how this has happened, but he somehow found a funnel and he tried his hardest to pour drink up her ass, and then when it didn't work, he got a picture of margarita and poured it between her crack. Now that's one way to buy someone a drink, isn't it?
And he did this in the middle of the restaurant.
He did this in the middle of the bar/restaurant. There is video evidence of this, and it's caused outrage in the US. The restaurant in question has responded by saying, "We want to make it clear that such behaviour is completely unacceptable and does not reflect our values or mission to provide a family-friendly dining experience." There's nothing family-friendly about doing that, is there? Fucking hell.
Also, come on, Mr. Restaurant Man. You allowed him to do it in her bumhole.
No, but they didn't.
And then he did the crack afterwards.
But they didn't. That's the point.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't. They didn't even know this was happening. This was filmed, and then they got wind of it, so they've released a statement. I imagine if it's a family-friendly environment, they would have stopped it.
I mean, you surely have raised some eyebrows with your fucking panties down and your arse in the air.
But what a waste of margarita, pouring it down her arse crack. Oh, I bet it tastes rain.
But then, I don't know, people do it in their eyes, don't they? With vodka shots in their eyes.
Fuck me, I did that when I was at uni.
maybe that's so last year. Like this year, it's all about, cocktails in the bumhole.
Cocktails in the bumhole. Sounds like a British bar, doesn't it?
It does.
Should go up cocktails in a bumhole tonight?
Oh yeah, come on then, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a pub round here, doesn't it? Well, could fit round here, couldn't it? South East London. How's the wine? Talking of shit flavoured margarita.
It's not quite shit, but I think it's slightly vinegarized. Do you know when wine vinegarizes?
What is it?
Vinegarizes.
Say it again?
No.
Oh, I knew having red wine would be a good idea on this episode. Oh, we love drunk. You do some fucked up things when you're drunk, though, didn't you? If he was drunk, and he's poured margarita down her arse crack and tried to insert a funnel in her asshole. Also,
I hope she douched.
Well, if she douched with margarita, by the sound of things, fucking hell. Also, she must have. She did consent, because there's the video of her bending over. I'm like, fuck me, in a bar Well, I say that I've done fucking some pretty awful things in a bar.
Maybe it was that woman from the prison guards.
What was her name? Linda. Oh, Fat Me Linda's at it again.
I don't know. She loses one job and now she comes to work in a fucking mess.
She's fucking bad when she's behaving like that.
Fucking hell, Linda.
She was spotted in Primark yesterday. No, that's true. I saw it on the news.
Right, security guards, check the changing rooms.
She's going to the home section to see what she can buy.
Yeah, just wipe down the coat hangers afterwards, please. Was that my comment or the why?
Both. Oh, but yeah, I mean, everyone acts like fools when they're drunk.
Well, indeed, we all do.
Have you got any? Like, have you ever had any moments where you've been blackout and you've made a fool of yourself?
I'm sure I have, but like because I don't remember them, I don't necessarily trust what people's comments to me are. I don't think it's happened to me very often, and I think I've spoken before about the one time that I was so drunk I don't remember the next day.
I feel like we've had similar conversations before, and this has always resulted in me sounding like the drunk, like out of control person, and you acting incredibly sensible.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. I mean, obviously, I get drunk, but I think I don't necessarily go outrageous when I'm drunk.
Oh God, I don't go out. Well, not anymore, anyway. But
yeah.
Certainly in my 20s, I was a fucking wrecking ball sometimes.
Yeah. I don't think drink was my problem.
Well, drink weren't my problem. I was the problem.
Yes.
I get up in the next day some nights and everyone, I'm like, oh God, that was fun. All my friends would be like, I'm like, whoa. And they're like, do you not remember what you said to us all last night? I know. It's like, it's a really good night, wouldn't it? They were like, in what world? You were so horrible. Oh God. Yeah, my friend. Well, I remember once when we were drunk, we were playing we had this this fucking game of we'd all go. Well, we'd go on separate sides of the road. Like one of my friends and me. Well, I was a bit too fat to do it. So that was in my I mean, I've gained a bit of weight now, but I weren't back then when I was drinking beers and eating fucking kebabs all the time. I was huge. This was pre-eating disorder. So we would go on either side of the road, and there'd be street lights, and if you hit a street light hard enough, it goes off. So
really,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know about it now. I mean, I'm going back. What, I was 18.
But okay.
so 17 fucking years ago. So we would start either side of the road, and we would all run, and it would be a race, and you'd have to kick each street light lamp off, and you'd go up the road. Anyway, one night we got so drunk, and we were doing it, and my friend, who sadly has passed away now, she. Fucking hell. She kicked it, went to kick the lamppost, completely missed it, couldn't stop, fell into this garden and went straight through this garden, this window, patio door of this random house. And we didn't know what to fucking do, so we ran away. She put the window through, the door through.
Oh my Lord.
We had to run away. That was the start of the night as well. That wasn't even the end of the night. We was on our way to the club.
It kind of reminds me of a time. Again, this was obviously when I was. I would have been early 20s, maybe 19.
So 1940.
Yeah, many decades ago. My friend was convinced that he grew up just outside Brighton.
Where?
Brighton.
I'm doing this all throughout the episode.
Anyway, and he said that if you ran into
what do you do?
If he ran into barriers, the
barriers. It's getting funnier.
I'm giving up this story. That's it. I'm done.
No, go on. Sorry, I've started now. So. Go on. He ran into barriers.
Where were we? Let's move on.
No, carry on, please.
You run into barriers, they should collapse. They didn't. He broke
You're too scared to say the story now. It's making me cry. Oh gosh.
That was the story. That wasn't that good. Better in my head without the speech impediment.
Oh, don't, because we're going to give you a complex now. We've got to record this every week. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty certain I'm fucking crying because of that. I'm pretty certain I've every episode at one point I've decided to speak about being incredibly drunk.
Yeah.
So it's not anything new to this podcast.
No, not at all.
But we do, yeah. I mean, whenever you're drunk or you get into some really fucked up
You
situations.
do indeed. Everyone does in once or twice or many
My
times.
friend used to say, if I don't remember it, then technically in my mind it didn't happen.
Absolutely, I completely endorse that.
Yeah, but it did happen.
I don't remember it. It's fine.
Yeah, but everyone else does. That's the problem. Like, I'd wake up as fresh as a daisy. Well, not anymore. If I'm drunk now, I'd wake up like completely like fresh, no hangover, and my friends would all look at me like I'd literally just tried to kill their mum. But yeah, I mean, we all do some fucked up shit.
We do.
But yeah, drunk people are funny. Talking of drunk people, I mean, we're on this fucking podcast. We sound like the drunk. Actually, let me just have a sip of wine first.
Yeah, exactly. You reminded me. So,
by the end of this episode, it'll be like a fucking reconstruction of me in my 20s. Let's hear some drunk stories of some other people, shall we? For once.
Okay, that's it.
So this story of the man in America drinking the margarita from the arse.
Yeah,
I found hilarious.
Yes, it was great.
So it would be fun to see some other drunk stories of some other people.
Okay.
So at least we know then we're not fucking alone in this, and you know we all
make us feel better about ourselves.
We all make fools of ourselves. So I'm going to say on this, I'm just going to like put a trigger warning on this. Some of this might be offensive. It is drunk stories, and these are just stories from other people, right? So if you're easily offended, please don't be. You've been listening to this podcast for 36 or 37 episodes.
You know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting, right? And we don't condone all of this, but we read them out and we have fun doing it. So, so the first one.
Here we go.
The first one. So the first one says, I got really drunk one night and I threw a chicken into a swimming pool and then I dived in to rescue it. According to my friends, I was so distraught that I took it to bed with me to keep it warm. I then woke up the next morning and I had no memory of the night before and found a dead chicken in my shower. Fucking poor chicken. Firstly, where the fuck did you get a chicken from?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And like that poor chicken. Like I'm assuming like somebody had a chicken.
I mean,
a chicken
to be
farm.
fair, a lot of people have chickens. Like even in London, people have chickens in their back garden.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
that is very true. Fucking hell. Imagine waking up though and being like, you threw a chicken into a swimming pool, dived in to rescue it, it was then dead, and you wake up to find it in your fucking shower.
Do chickens, I'm guessing, chickens don't swim, I guess.
They don't fly, do they? Have you ever seen chicken run?
Chicken, no, they don't fly.
How's it going to get out of the pool?
Backstroke.
It's not going to climb up the fucking stairs, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is
and how did it end up in the bathroom?
Well, he's got no memory of it. That's it. It didn't fucking happen then, did it?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's kind of a more innocent version of the horse head in the bed. You know?
God. Oh god, that poor chicken.
Oh.
I mean, there's been plenty of times I've woke up in the shower with no memory of the night before. My friend used to always pass out and go and sleep in the bath, and then we'd wake up the next day and be like, where the fuck's Danny gone? And you'd think, oh, we must have gone home last night and we were drunk. And like about 4 hours later, we'd all sit there watching it, and he'd come down shivering. I'm like, where the fuck have you been? He's like, I fell asleep in the bath.
Oh my god.
Fell asleep in a wheelchair once.
I don't know if that's any more comfortable than a bathtub.
Well, probably not. But I wasn't asleep in the wheelchair. I was asleep on the fucking kitchen. We all fell asleep in the kitchen.
Okay.
Kitchen, Dan.
Yeah.
We were young.
We were young.
1 minute, I need to finish this one.
We will all be young. I remember waking up on the...
that is rank, that one.
I remember Actually, I do remember one time I woke up on the platform of Green Park Station.
Where?
Green Park Station.
I'm going to stop doing this now, but this is fucking cracking me up. Do you know where I've got it from? The You Should Know pod. You know when...
yeah. Peyton and Cam.
What's his name? Cam. Cam's another one that I find incredibly attractive.
I mean, he's great. I mean, I don't know what's going on with his foot. All this thing about his foot.
I know, but I could...
Can't be any worse than Peyton's.
No, but I could look past that. So you woke up at Green Park Station?
Yeah.
No. What, no memory of how you got there?
No.
How old was she?
I was in my 20s.
I mean, that's quite dangerous.
Nah.
Well, it is. You could have been mugged.
Absolutely. At that age, I probably didn't have anything on me worth taking.
Do you have anything worth taking now?
True.
I don't. I wake up and like... Anyway, let's be honest.
Where did all my money go? Oh, yeah.
Drunk it all in the bar. So the next one, she said, or he or she, should I say, I pissed my pants once mid-conversation when I was pissed out my face drunk. Put my head through a drywall on my way to change. I bled all over my roommate's floor, got the police called on me, and I ended up in an ambulance ride with a overnight hospital stay. It was a 3-person birthday party, and it turns out our hidden personal igloo of jungle juice had a litre of codeine dumped into it by a friend who thought it would be a fun surprise for the birthday boy.
Oh my god.
Fuck me, so they drunk codeine and... just been drinking.
Just another night here in between the wine's headquarters.
I'm not codeine and wine. What, you ended up in a hospital?
What a pussy.
Pissed your pants head through a wall. I chucked that. I've just literally just... You know.
What a lightweight.
I mean, that is a night to remember, though, isn't it? Piss your pants, change, put your head through a drywall, injure your head, get rushed to hospital, overnight stay, and then you find out you've drunk a litre of codeine and jungle juice. What's jungle juice?
I don't know what jungle juice is, I'm not sure.
Is it alcohol?
I'm guessing it's some kind of killer combination of alcohol.
I mean, whatever it is, sounds like I want to drink it.
Almost sounds like a cocktail.
Does sound like a cocktail. Let's have a look.
But,
I mean, with codeine in, fuck me.
Although he said codeine and jungle juice. So,
oh, it's a mixture of liquor that is served for group consumption.
Okay.
Oh, fine. So that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that's totally above board.
Not that I condone drinking anything with codeine, but that does sound like a wild night.
A wild night. One thing I mean, not that I've got much to be proud of in life, but I'm very proud that I've never pissed or shit myself.
No, I haven't either. Ever.
No.
As drunk as I've been, I've never, ever done that.
Actually, I've had to run to a toilet to get there, but I've never done that.
Anyone would think this is staged, and it actually isn't staged, but the next story is I woke up with a solid shit in my pants. No piss.
Well done.
Over the years, I've come to only 2 conclusions about this drunken story. Either I was so drunk that I shit myself while pissing in the urinal at the bar, and I walked round all night, or once I got back, I was dying, and my body decided to give all away its functions and give my energy to that. Luckily, my body chose breathing over holding my shit. Fucking hell.
I mean, why was it dry as well?
I think that's what he's saying. He must have shit himself while he was at the urinal. I've not realised.
It's disgusting.
But the fact also, though, that he says, I woke up with a solid shit in my pants, tells me that... Did you sleep, like, on your belly? Because if you laid down and rolled around...
Yeah, squished it in.
Oh, God.
No.
It's been a few episodes since there's a shit story, isn't it?
I do remember a group of friends. I think I was at university. Yeah, I was at university, and there was a guy, lovely guy, but he was quite a devout Christian and virgin, and we got him drunk on like one of the first few nights of university. We managed to get him home. He passed out in his bed with his door open, and so we decided to leave we opened loads of condoms and stuck them in his
to a Christian
underwear.
Oh, no, that's
so that
not funny.
when he woke up, he will have wondered what the hell happened. Anyway, we laugh about it now.
Y'all going to hell.
I'm going to hell for many more reasons than that since, so it's fine.
Oh, that poor man. He's a Christian.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, he's not a devout Christian. You're making it sound like he's had a wild orgy.
Yeah. You had a good night after all.
Fucking hell. Oh my god. Anyway, the next one. Oh, this one. I got so drunk that I blacked out, and I kept telling a girl whose family that was on food stamps that my family was so much richer than hers. I felt terrible, remembered none of it, the biggest dick move of my life. Forgot to mention that I passed out on my futon with my pants halfway down and my balls hanging out my boxers.
I mean, that's not even a humble brag. That's just.
I mean, when I say that in my 20s, I used to like I've had moments. It's not to that extent, but it's probably been on that level where I'd piss my friends off. But all I've got to say on that is getting drunk and telling someone that's on the poverty line that your family is so much richer than hers probably isn't the right thing to do.
No.
That poor girl.
I know, that's awful. What an awful night she had. Just being told how destitute she was.
You can imagine it. My family rich. Fucking hell.
I'm going to get another drink. Whoops, you can't afford another one.
Poor girl.
Do you want some water?
I hope he, took her for a drink the next day.
I fucking hope so.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Because that's bloody horrible.
And bought her some food as well.
Do her a little food show. Bless her. This next one, I almost don't want to read this out, and it's really short and sweet.
Come on then.
So, trigger warning. This is quite the drunk story, and it is literally this long. This guy said, I got so drunk at a restaurant that I bounced up and down on a paraplegic girl's legs asking if she could feel it. Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Imagine getting so drunk that you go and bounce on a girl that's paraplegic and ask if she can feel it.
Oh my god.
That is taking drunk to a whole new level.
I mean, I'd like to hope the girl had a bit of a sense of humour, but even then, that is fucking...
Do you know, it reminds me of that In-Betweeners episode where he, frisbees it and he hits the girl in the wheelchair. You just feel like a shit person. That, even drunk, is such a dick move.
Yeah, that's a real dick move.
But that is one hell of a story to say that you're drunk and you do that.
Where would the conversation go to make that... Or did he just wander over? He probably just wandered over and just started...
You're drunk. You're drunk. These stories of people that are blackout drunk. It's also the point where, they're not in control of...
I have no words.
I told you that these stories were... Thank God it's other people and not us, but fuck me.
I mean, it's not a crime to do it.
No, but you would hope you'd have some sort of moral
yes.
to not do it.
Please don't do that, in case we need to tell you. Please don't do that.
Oh, God. I told you, I said this before we read them out. People are arseholes
People
when they're
can
drunk.
be arseholes.
Alcohol is like the devil, sometimes.
It
can get you through some bad situations.
I was also going to say, especially straight men. But I guess
here we go,
also...
pissing off the straight
No,
people.
but again, maybe... I don't know. I've seen some girls in some pretty bad ways as well.
Well, I've seen it.
Don't see the gays doing it. Yes, you do.
You definitely see the gays doing it.
With some of them working worse.
This is the last drunk confession. So my neighbours are absolute fucking arseholes. So I thought it'd be a good idea to piss in their air conditioning unit when I was drunk. The outside kind with a big fan. Anyway, mid-piss, they turn it on, and somehow I got enveloped in a giant cloud of my own fucking piss.
Oh my god.
My friends say it was the greatest thing they'd ever seen under the orange glow of streetlights. I know exactly what this air conditioning unit is because I have one downstairs, and it is, you have that the
little pipe,
that tube that goes outside.
Yeah.
And you can imagine the smell. So everyone's listening. Our fucking dogs are barking. I thought it was going to be the football. Turns out it's the fucking dogs.
It's always the dogs.
I know I know exactly what air conditioning unit they're talking about.
Oh yeah, completely.
It's bad. Well, anyway, piss and shit, drunk stories aside, it's fucking hell. Yeah, as I said, you do a lot of terrible stuff when you're drunk.
You do some wonderful things when you're drunk as well, but you also do some
You can be really nice. People can be really nice when they're drunk, right?
They can also be really fucking nasty.
But what would being nice do to this episode?
A very dull, boring podcast.
Well, no, it's always lovely to be. It's always nice to be a nice drunk, and be nice around your company, your friends, your family, your colleagues, whoever it is that you're out with, or people you don't know. But we live for these drunk stories. We read them out, and they are somewhat shocking sometimes scandalous, but fucking hilarious.
We're living for them. We're
so please, continue to talk about your drunk, shameful stories, because we fucking love them.
We're here for all of them. Send them all in.
Oh my God, they're hilarious. Well, anyway, moving on. It's that I suppose that favourite part of the episode.
Indeed,
my favourite part. I don't know if you can like this. This segment usually is the most shocking part of the of the episode, but I feel like after these drunk stories, we've somewhat.
It's going to be a very tame confession round.
It's going to be very hard to hit the bar of shocking, that's for sure. But yes, we have our usual dose of slutty confessions, which we love.
Yes.
Not many this week, so a little bite-size roundup of our usual dose of sluttiness, slutty confessions. So let's run it. Let's have a listen.
No way, Rosé.
Well, let's give it a go and try and top the drunk confession.
It can only go up. Or down.
Probably down. But that's what would this podcast be without its smuttiness?
Indeed.
That's what we built it on.
We love a confession. The
first one, this is a live confession actually. It says, I'm on a train right now and there's an absolute dump truck of a MILF sitting beside me. I can't stop seeing her cleavage and wanted to fuck the shit out of the whore. Tell me everything you'd do to her and everything like to be done to yourself if you were in her place. I just want to squeeze out her tits and make her my slut slave. She'll be my sub and do everything I say like a good girl. Fucking hell. I don't know if that's really a confession or more of a fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, he said it's a fantasy confession.
Where have you been? Where are you going?
Well, I'm kind of hoping this isn't like Southeastern Rail, because if it's Southeastern Rail, then that has got to be one hell of a grenade.
Those toilets are in for a sight.
Oh my God, remember that time? Did I tell you that time when I went to the toilet and I thought it'd be really funny to like, the fucking train was empty. Now, it was empty before I went in that toilet and I was like, I had a few drinks. Where was I going? I was going out that night. Anyway, I was on the train with my ex and doors shut, the electric door shuts, and I thought it'd be funny to like, as the door opens, flash my ex. The whole fucking carriage was full of people. They got on at Deptford. And you can imagine the crowd.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm
gonna be a predator.
Naked.
And that fucking that journey from Deptford to London Bridge is fucking far.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed as hell.
I'm sure you were.
That's a drunk confession. There we go. Oh God. Well, yeah. I mean, good for this guy.
Yeah.
He's confessing to.
Oh yeah. I hope you get your titty fix.
But I can't help but thinking if he's talking about these, it kind of looks. It's a bit voyeuristic / bit predatory.
Yeah, because it could be a bit creepy.
Well, as long as he's not. I mean, I suppose if he's just thinking it, then that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But if he's actually saying it to her, oh, I want you to be my whore. Like that's probably where it gets a bit fucked up. Oh God, this next one.
Keep it within the law.
Yes. The next one. My wife and I both work from home. She came in on me once while I was in a Zoom meeting. My mic and video were off, so I was just listening in. She checked to make sure that said mic and camera was off, and she saw that there were some people that had their cameras on, which I think turned her on a little bit. She peeled down her leggings, not wearing any panties, and then started riding me reverse cowgirl while she watched the screen as if she was putting on a show to my work colleagues. She came really quickly, and she said after that it was hot thinking all those people could see her. We have sessions quite frequently now throughout the week, but this is one of the best. Imagine knocking that camera on by accident.
Yeah.
Imagine knocking that camera. You hear of these Zoom.
How many videos have we seen on YouTube of people thinking their cameras are off and they're...
Imagine knocking your camera on and having your wife riding you reverse cow. Fucking hell. God.
Yeah, that's going to be a talking point around the water cooler the next day.
I quite like that confession, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's
quite a good one.
Yes.
I got to confess as well, years ago when I worked at an old company that I used to work at, I did something pretty similar.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't ride someone reverse cowgirl, but...
I don't know, I think it's a bit kinky. I quite like the idea of that.
There's no way on God's green earth I am doing anything on a Teams or a Zoom call. No fucking way. Ain't I humiliated enough on this podcast by oversharing?
Very true. Let's keep it in the mind.
No, it's at the mind. They don't want it in the mind. They don't want it. Oh, the next one. I can't with this one. This guy says it's a confession of mine, but one of my most favourite memories. I am in my 20s and I still live at home with my mum. This man came out of my mum's room and had the biggest hard cock that I've ever seen. It was right after this man and my mum had fucked. After he came out of her room, he didn't even bother to put any boxers on. It was sticking straight out, wet all over, and there was still a little bit dripping from the tip.
Oh, God.
He didn't even care that I was right there and saw just walk by, swinging it back and forth. No exaggeration, it seemed as thick as a beer can near the base. I've never seen another one that thick in my life.
Jeez.
Imagine being in your mid-20s and your mum being railed by this, like, thick guy. But the way he describes it, it's like he enjoyed it.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
The fact that he stayed at it long enough to see it dripping at the end, I mean...
Oh, that's fucking repulsive. Now, it's no stranger... I'm sitting here in a Barbie outfit. There's no stranger I like men, but the thought of looking at someone with something dripping...
Dripping off him, yeah.
Don't, I can't. It'll make me gag.
If ever you needed a reason to move out of home, maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one.
That's rank. But the fact that he said it was wet as well, I'm like, did he have your mum's juices on it still? God.
Surely they would have heard noises if the guy was that big. Surely
And then she's got like bag puss.
cavernous vag.
It's like that film. What was it? The Cave.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell. Oh, listen. How has this got on to like?
I don't know.
We were talking. I love that he comes out with the big, hard, like dripping cock, and then somehow we ended up slandering the mother. He's talking about his big, hard cock. Bitch had a big cave vagina. That poor lady. I mean, she probably did after, but good for her as well.
She had a good time.
Listen, if you're in your 20s and you're living at home with your parents and your mum is single, your mum can do what the fuck she likes.
Absolutely.
If she's paying for that house, you ain't got no fucking say in it.
Yeah.
Get some earplugs and wait.
Good on mum for getting it.
Oh, mummy's juices though. He doesn't want to see. Probably doesn't want to see that. Bless him. But he said that it's one of my most favourite memories. So I'm assuming he was... Oh, and he's labelled this as fantasy fulfilled.
Oh.
Now, I don't know what's worse. I'm hoping that the fantasy is seeing the guy hard and thick and not the idea of your mum being railed. That's a bit... No, that's where it goes too far.
Fantasy achieved.
Oh, I feel like I should call the police on this man.
Oh dear.
I wonder if the mum knows that he's like...
They're probably talking about it over dinner afterwards.
It's like, I saw your son now.
What do you want for tea, love? Whatever you've been having.
Yeah. Also, I hope they had wooden flooring if he was just walking around dripping everywhere. Imagine going into carpet.
Oof. That ain't coming out easy.
We have really judged this household, haven't we? Oh my god, there's too much.
Also, where was he going without any pants on?
Probably just the toilet.
Yeah. So he had to walk back again.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine so. Unless his underwear was in the bathroom. Never know, do you? We'll never find out unless we pry into their private life.
Tell us the aftermath.
Yeah.
We'll
send that prison officer around there. She can give us the lowdown, won't she? The next one. I started sleeping with this guy, and he's just kind of a sexual release. He knows that, and he's pretty cool with it. We both have our other side pieces. We know that, and we're okay with it. I'm a rider. That's my thing. That's where my spots get hit the best. Plus, I like facing my partner and putting my hands on their chest and getting my boobs grabbed. Brackets, I'm a 32 double D. Brackets, I know that means nothing to me, but I'm
imagining that's quite large.
I don't know, maybe. I don't. In that position, I'm okay with having him come inside me. Pregnancy's been off the table for quite a while. But there was this one day that I was just in the mood to suck his cock. So after I had came, I started blowing him and he blew his load a lot. And I mean a lot. It ended up shooting up my throat and caused me to choke and my gag reflex. And the whole thing come gushing out of my nose. And it burned. But it was kind of cute.
I don't think cute's the word I would have chosen.
Cum shooting up your nose is not cute. It's like soap dispenser.
I didn't like it when you got...
Pat her head and they could shoot.
I didn't like it when you were a kid and you used to laugh and Rabina came out your nose, but fucking semen.
But also it smells sometimes, it's chemically. It's so chemically, and I'm like, imagine that up there. When she said it burned, I hope you weren't eating like asparagus that day, because that would have been even worse, wouldn't it?
Pineapple.
It should have been like a hoary Spiderman. Making like cum webs wherever she goes. Oh, God. I bet he loved that, though.
Shooting cum webs.
Oh, yes. How do we... Do you know what makes me like happy about these stories in particular? Is there are people actually out there just as outrageous as we are.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you for bringing us all together. Of course.
This podcast has always been. I mean, the aim of this podcast always was to just have some fun.
Yeah.
And be extremely inappropriate.
Yeah. I think we've achieved it.
I think we fucking have a special after this.
Fantasy achieved.
Fantasy achieved. We've got one more. And she says, I drove to a man to eat me out in a parking lot. I met him on Tinder and I told him that I really wanted to be eating out tonight. Lovely. And he said he would. So I got in my car and I drove. And when I got there, he was so cute and so nerdy. I dared him to eat me out right there in the car park on his knees while I was standing up. Mm-hmm. He did. And he pulled out such a little tiny rock hard cock and literally came on my leg a few minutes into it, which didn't impress me at all.
Yeah, that's a bit of
He didn't even make me come. I told him he was fucking useless and I left. Now it's too late to find someone else to eat it or fuck me, so I'm sit here touching myself. Oh, it's like a little Venus flytrap, isn't it?
That's quite disappointing. Yeah, that is quite disappointing.
Who wants to be eaten out in a parking lot?
And which car park?
Probably Morrison's or somewhere, I don't know. It doesn't say what car park.
I'm just imagining some like really bad, like, I don't know, like train station car park with no lights on or something. Like really filthy, nasty.
I mean, no matter what the fucking car park, if you're standing up being eaten out, you're probably making that car park pretty nasty and filthy. Fucking hell.
Actually, it must have been well lit to highlight the tiny little penis that he had.
Or the little labia, which he probably wasn't working correctly. Wasn't hitting
maybe
that little
that's
clitty.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's where he went wrong, you see.
A little bit of experience.
I feel like she shouldn't have like cock shamed him though, just because she didn't come.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's a bit mean, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Especially if he was cute and nerdy, but he just was so excited. Take it as a compliment, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The fact that she was like, "Now it's too late to find someone else to eat it."
She sounds like a delightful date.
It's like she's like throwing her toys out the pram. No one will eat my pussy. And now I'm just sitting here touching myself.
Life is full of disappointment.
How delightful is this story? So romantic.
Oh, you know, the joys of Tinder, eh?
So not like a modern rom-com.
You wouldn't get that on Grindr.
It also, well, you wouldn't. Oh, no. Started off on... I love that she's labelled this a one-night stand. Started on Tinder, we matched, we liked each other. But the fact that she said, I want to be eating out tonight, and he's like, well, what man... Like, if he's into her, he's going to be like, yeah, of course.
Now, that sounds more like Grindr.
Yes. Yes. Do you want to eat me out tonight?
Exactly, yeah.
Fucking hell.
A nice romantic Grindr date.
Oh, God.
Dear, oh dear.
It's always about Grindr in the end.
No, exactly. It always comes back to that. Even in the straight stories.
I saw a funny I saw some funny Grindr. This wasn't. We scrapped these for this episode, but now you've mentioned Grindr, we might as well fucking bring it up. I saw some funny Grindr stories online this week, which I thought was quite funny. This one guy says, and I quite respect this reply. So on Grindr, he says, "Hey." The guy says, "Hey," and then the guy goes, "Just so you know, I'm not gay or anything." So then this other guy goes, "This is Grindr, my guy. This is Grindr," and he goes, I guess people who are lactose intolerant can't walk down the fucking dairy aisle. I'm just fucking looking. I'm like, fucking hell, looking for what?
Seriously?
Gays, man.
Yeah,
gays.
Fucking hell.
No, you're curious, my love. You're not looking. You're looking. That's exactly what you're doing. You're curious.
The milk analogy, really? Jesus.
This for me. This guy goes, "Hey, how are you?" And he goes, "I'm good. Just to let you know, I'm homeless and schizophrenic. My mum has completely cut me out of her life because she doesn't believe that I'm sober." The guy replies, "Oh, that sucks. Do you like fucking?" Then he goes, "Sometimes." He goes, "Nice." It's completely fucking... That's Grindr down to a T, isn't it?
That is a perfect... that's almost like any conversation you could ever imagine in Grindr. Yeah, all these red flags. Yeah, come on then.
And the last one was funny. It was like, this guy goes, "Sorry, I'm not interested. Dude, I didn't even tap you or talk to you." He goes, "Good, because you're not worth my time." And then a few days later, "Hi." He's obviously forgot, hasn't he? He's forgot that he's like, he's deleted has either deleted the conversation or deleted the app. And he's lost all of his chats. How fucking muggy. I'll be like, do you not remember the conversation?
Exactly,
You fucking idiot.
What a fucking idiot.
You gotta love
There's nothing good to come out of that app.
Well, it depends what you're looking for, doesn't it? For me, it's caused nothing but fucking grief. But
there we go.
I'm sure people get their uses out of it. It's the highest grossing dating app of all time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Us gays are thirsty.
Oh, everyone's fucking thirsty. Its annual revenue is $259 million.
No way.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot.
Where do they... I thought it was a free app.
It's probably from advertisements.
Oh, right, okay.
Advertisements, and I suppose their revenue is through adverts.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is a good one as well. I didn't include this in this week's episode as well. But talking of like gay pride and Grindr actually run a poll based on usage of their app.
Okay.
And come out with the percentages of tops and bottoms and versatiles across the world.
Okay.
The countries with the highest percentage of tops are Bolivia, the UK, the USA, South Korea, Greece and India.
Interesting.
Denmark, Japan, South Africa and Peru are the countries with the highest percentage of bottoms.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's an interesting fact.
Yeah, so if you fancy...
All you single gays out there...
All your tops.
All your tops. All your bottoms.
Get to Denmark.
Come to the UK.
Russia, Finland, Croatia, Germany, Taiwan have the highest percentage of versatile people.
Okay. So if you're not sure which mood you're in...
Go to Germany. Oh, wow. That's quite surprising.
That is surprising, yeah.
I love a poll.
And on that note...
Fucking full of euphemisms. You can't say anything innocent on this. That's what I mean. This was an innocent podcast once upon a time.
I don't believe you for a second.
No, it wasn't. It never is. Oh, God.
But no one's tuning in for an innocent podcast.
No.
No one's tuning in for that.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go tap a few people on Grindr, so I suppose we should wrap this up.
Germany, watch out.
Guides Germany in a couple of months.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
To see Adele, not to hit people up on Grindr.
But while you're there.
Anyway, please continue to listen to this podcast. We always appreciate everyone listening.
Indeed.
And being patient and staying with us and continuing to listen, like, share, subscribe and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
We do appreciate it. As always, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Prime, Audible, all that jazz, and all streaming platforms.
Indeed, every single one of them.
And you can follow us on RBTW Official on TikTok.
On TikTok,
God, see how me saying that doesn't work.
Yes, we are on TikTok. Yes, please do find us, follow us, like our posts.
Yeah, and please keep up with the shenanigans each week.
Yes.
So well, drunk confessions to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and pop myself an Alka-Seltzer
and nurse the hangover of this episode, I suppose.
Wish us luck tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. So we shall see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.